step back, not a setback for Dak Prescott Tuesday with his throwing shoulder. Have to make sure we get that verbiage right. The Giants are fighting each other in training camp, and then everybody's running laps over there, I think. Head coach Nick Sirianni, first training camp with Philly, and Fitzmagic taking over with the football team. What are you keeping an eye on amongst these teams, Danny?
The lead, the one where you talked about first, and that's Dak Prescott. To me, all eyes are going to be on Dak for a couple of reasons. One, how does he bounce back after that horrific injury that he suffered last season? It was ugly. He's had an offseason to rehab it, and he's going to have to monitor some of his reps now because it's not just your leg and your lower half. You've had time off, so now you got to build up every muscle back together. So that's one reason. But the other thing is, now Dak Prescott is a made man. He's got the fat contract, highest paid quarterback, one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. So the expectations rise. Before his first few years, he's a great story. Then he's playing on the franchise tag. Well, now he's the made man as the second highest paid quarterback in the league. And the expectations change. The pressure changes. And he's proven throughout his career he's able to live up to those expectations. But I wonder how it's going to go now that his own fan base looks at him and says, yup, you are the man. Now it's Super Bowl or bust. So I think all eyes are going to be on Dak Prescott in this division.
Well, I'm going to keep it right there in the state of Texas. The most talked about team in the NFC East every year is the Dallas Cowboys. One of the most talked about teams in the National Football League is who? The Dallas Cowboys. Will the Cowboys finally deliver? Their fans have been waiting for them to deliver and be consistent for quite some time. The last time they won an NFC East title was 2018. They have been drenched with a lot of talent on both sides of the football, especially on the offensive end. Their defense was abysmal last year. They made some additions. Many people believe they will be better. And offensively, they have one of the best offenses on paper in the National Football League. An established quarterback, an all-pro running back, offensive lineman that can take you to the woodshed at any given time, and outstanding pass catchers. But for some reason, they always get lost in the neighborhood. That delivery man, he never shows up to your front door with that pizza. But will they be able to deliver the pizza this year for their fans? I think that is the biggest storyline because every year, people expect the Cowboys, especially Cowboy fans, to deliver, and they haven't been able to do so over the last few years.
I'm gonna go with Philly, man. I look at Jalen Hurts being the starting quarterback and how this offense is gonna look. I think people are sleeping on Philadelphia and what they can do this year. When you have a +1 at quarterback like Jalen Hurts is, your run game is gonna be dominant. And when you combine that with an offensive line that's excellent, they're healthy, so they're gonna be really good up front. On the defensive line, they're really good up front as well. So you're going to be able to control both sides of the line of scrimmage. Jalen Hurts will do a lot for the run game and off of play action. They have a stable of backs with Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard, Kenneth Gainwell, the rookie out of Memphis. So I think they'll be a top 5 rushing football team in the league this year, and that's going to win you games. You're going to be able to bludgeon teams with their run game and on defense get after the quarterback. So I think Philly, how they rally around Jalen Hurts, who showed a lot in those spurts last year when he got those starts, will be the storyline to watch in this division.
Certainly, there's only one direction for Philly after 4-11 last year with Jalen Hurts taking over. Now gets a preseason and full command of the offense. Okay, so in terms of the odds, the Cowboys are naturally the favorites. Going to get an inside look at the Cowboys. So Hard Knocks starting in less than a week, too. So we're going to get a real good look at how this Cowboys team is shaping up. They're the favorites. Washington, second favorites. So who do you like to win the division, Emery?
Dallas. They should easily average 65 points a game with that offense. I think this offense is going to be outstanding this coming season. Dak healthy, those 3 receivers, both tight ends are back now. The offensive line is healthy. Zeke is slimmed down, so he should be more explosive. And I think enough defensively to where they don't have to be a top 5 defense. They just can't be 32nd. I think they can get to top 15. And if that's the case, the Cowboys should cruise in this division.
Well, the biggest storyline for me was, will the Cowboys deliver? They won't deliver. They're going to get lost. That delivery man won't show up to your doorstep with that pizza. You will be hungry for an extra year, Cowboy fans. I'm going with Washington. You know why? Defense, defense, defense. I love their defense. They get a healthy Collins in the secondary. They have so many pass rushers they can put on the front to be disruptive. I love the offensive mind state as well. We look at some of their pass catchers, Antonio Gibson and Ryan Fitzmagic. He's going to deliver a lot of magic tricks this season for the Washington Football Club. Plus 260. I love defense, and their defense will be dominant from start to finish. I'm going with Washington and Ryan Fitzmagic.
Great minds think alike. I am on board with you too. I mean, look at everywhere Fitzpatrick has gone. The first time he shows up, there's this influx of life. He's got this laid-back persona, but yet he's got a swagger at the same time. And I know Taylor Heineke was a fun story in the playoffs to see him running around, but this is Ryan Fitzpatrick's team, and we've seen what veteran quarterbacks do on young, talented teams. You're bringing stability, and you've got some weapons on the outside. You mentioned Antonio Gibson. How about scary Terry McLaurin on the outside? And then that defense. I totally agree with you, B-Mac, with this defense who has 4 first-round picks in the front 7. You mentioned Landon Collins in the back end. He's one of the, is a healthy player on the back end. This defense will carry this offense, but I think Ryan Fitzpatrick has enough magic left to put up some points, provide some excitement, and more importantly, some stability to this offense. So give me the Washington football team as well to win the division. I do think Dallas makes the playoffs, especially when it seems like everybody's going to make the playoffs this year, but I think Washington wins the division.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.